It is February 15, 44 BC, the feast of Lupercal. The streets are full of workmen joyful at the arrival of Julius Caesar. After a long civil war, Caesar has defeated the forces of Pompey, his rival. He now can take full control of Rome. Two tribunes who supported Pompey, Marullus and Flavius, expressed their anger at the celebration and scattered the crowd.
Wherefore rejoice? What conquest brings you home?
Let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies.
At the traditional race of Lupercal, Caesar urges Antony to touch Calpurnia so that she'll become fertile.
Forget not in your speed, Antonius, to touch Calpurnia. The venom touched in this holy church shall shake off your stale courage.
Then, as Caesar starts to leave, a soothsayer calls out his name.
Beware the Ides march!
Cassius hangs back with Brutus to try to point out Caesar's weaknesses and wonder why he, of all Romans, should rule.
Why man doth he bestride the narrow world like some colossus, and we petty men walk under his huge legs? Upon what meat doth this our Caesar feed that he has grown so great? There was a Brutus once that would have broke the eternal devil to keep his state in Rome as easily as a king.
Brutus claims he is not a jealous man, but must first think about what Cassius has said. Up ahead, Caesar is offered and then refuses to crown 3 times. Caesar watched Brutus having a conversation with Cassius and says,
Young Cassius has a lean and hungry look. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
Fear him not, Caesar. He is not dangerous. He is a noble Roman and well-fitted.
I don't know, man. I should avoid so soon as that's what Cassius.
Cassius leads a group in conspiring to kill Caesar. The night of March 14th, a thunderstorm strikes, terrifying omens predicting what is to come. Brutus struggles with the decision to stand by a beloved friend or kill him for the sake of Rome.
The abuse of greatness is when it disjoins remorse from power.
Cassius, Casca, Decius, Cinna, Metellus, Cimber, and Trebonius gather with Brutus to discuss how to carry out their treachery and whether to kill Mark Antony also.
And for Mark Antony, fear him not, for he can do no more than Caesar's arm when Caesar's head is off.
Caesar's wife Calpurnia has terrible nightmares and reflects the night of the storm. She warns him to stay home, but Decius uses flattery to get Caesar to go to the Senate. The conspirators gather. After begging Caesar to reverse his decision to banish Metellus Cimber, he won't. They stab Caesar. First Casca, then others, then Brutus. Antony, who was led away by Trebonius, returns after being promised safety. He agrees to go along with the conspirators as long as he can speak at Caesar's funeral.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
Antony goes on to mention the many good deeds that Caesar accomplished.
He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this, and Caesar seemed ambitious. When the poor have cried, Caesar hath left. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff.
The countrymen riot in the streets, rushing after the true killers of Caesar. Antony, Octavius, and Lepidus, who now rule Rome as a triumvirate, plan to defeat Brutus and Cassius' armies. Meanwhile, in the military camp at Sardis, Cassius becomes cold and distant to Brutus. This displeases and worries Brutus. Brutus discusses this withdrawal with Lucilius. Brutus and Cassius talk inside Brutus' tent at the Sardis battlefield. Brutus accuses Cassius of his cronies and always looking for bribes. Because of his honorable ways, Brutus is against these aggressive methods.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you suffer much with them to have nation calm.
Brutus persuades Cassius to that their forces must meet the enemy in Philippi in Greece. Later, the ghost of Caesar appears to Brutus and promises to see him at Philippi.
Why comest thou?
To tell thee thou shalt see me at Philippi.
Antony and Octavius enter the battlefield with their armies. Brutus and Cassius enter with their forces. During a retreat by Cassius in battle, Pandarus believes to see Titanius killed. Discouraged, Cassius asks Pandarus to stab him. Titanius finds the body and kills himself.
By your leave, gods, for this is a Roman's heart. Come, Cassius' sword, and find Titanius' heart.
During this battle, young Cato is killed. Lucilius pretends to be Brutus and fools the soldier. When Antony discovers this, he has mercy on Lucilius and refuses to kill him. Lucilius might make a good ally.
I had rather have such men my friends than enemies.
Facing defeat, Brutus' forces rest. Brutus asks Clitus, Dardanius, and Volumnus to kill him, but they all refuse. Finally, Strato holds a sword so Brutus can thrust himself upon it.
Farewell,
Antony and his men arrive on the scene. Antony mourns Brutus.
This was the noblest Roman of them all.
Octavius plans to treat Brutus with all the marks of respect due a noble soldier.